Hi my friends, welcome to the channel English Professionally. Thanks a lot for your support, thanks for your likes, shares and comments. And I'm so happy that I'm recording this video for you. It's really so important, and I believe that everyone should watch this video, okay? So really, 10 secrets how to learn English fast. Really, we need to learn English fast. Okay, so I'm so tired and I don't see the way out. So I don't see the way out means I don't know what to do. What's the problem? I have been learning English for 2 years and to tell you the truth, it means that that's true, it's really so. I feel my progress is really slow. I hate it. I really hate it, and I have no idea what's going wrong. So I really hate it. So just imagine it, okay? So I have been learning English means that for 2 years means that I started learning English 2 years ago. It's in the past, and I'm still doing it, and I don't have progress. Okay, not good. Okay, if I were you, I would also start feeling nervous. If I were you, it's unreal. And then we have would plus verb. I would also start feeling nervous. By the way, so I want to know this thing. What's your level? I think it's about pre-intermediate. Okay, pre-intermediate. Okay, how regularly do you study English? Well, I try to learn English every day, minimum 1 hour. So minimum 1 hour. So you want to say that you've reached just pre-intermediate level after learning for 2 years and every day for 1 hour? Right. If you were an absolute beginner, so a beginner who knows absolutely nothing about English, it isn't as terrible as you might think. So terrible, it means not bad. It isn't as terrible as you might think. It means that it isn't so bad. It isn't so bad. So maybe you think that it's really terrible, but in fact it isn't. So if you were an absolute beginner, so maybe this result isn't perfect, but it isn't terrible. It isn't terrible, okay? Okay, so really? Yeah, but let me finish. So I want to finish. Let me finish. Meanwhile, anyway, or I want to tell you, meanwhile, it could have been much faster too. So could have been means that it's about the past. It could have been much faster. So really, it took too long, so too much time. So actually, we need to do it faster. Okay, what do you mean? I mean that we can achieve this result in a couple of months. Couple means 2, in 2 months, or even less if we use the right technique, or we also name it as method. Okay, so you understand that. So if you know this right method, technique, you can have this result in a couple of months or in 2 months. What is this technique? There are 10 secrets. Follow them and you'll be a fast English learner. Enjoy learning English. We say enjoy learning English. Your level will be advanced soon. So advanced, it's the highest level in English. So beginner, it's very low level, and then there are other levels, and advanced, it's very, very high level. It's impossible to believe it. Why don't you believe? Really, why don't you believe? This idea is in your mind. You have this idea that to learn English you need to learn slowly. Okay? Who put this idea in your mind? Really, who put this idea in your mind? Why do you have this idea in your mind? You know, there are fast methods, fast ways, which lead to fast progress. As I guess, or as I think, so as I guess, 99% of people do like a crowd. So what is a crowd? Lots of people, so they don't know so what they really need. So it's often this way. They do like a crowd, yeah? As a result, they learn English slowly and ineffectively. But you know that we need to learn English effectively, only this way. Moreover, it means that I want to add something more. They feel depressed, so it means very sad, not happy, unhappy, and lose any desire or any wish to continue their studies. So they say, oh no, that's enough, I don't want it, so I can't, so English is not for me, and you know, so things like that, often happen. Have you ever experienced this kind of feeling? So experience means have you ever experienced, or have you ever had this kind of feeling? Have you ever felt it? Many times. So you know what it's all about. So you know what's it all about. Okay, we'd better hurry up. So we'd better means we had better hurry up. It means that we need to hurry up, yeah? We need to hurry up. We need to talk about it more quickly. So this information is good, but we need to talk about it more quickly. Okay, no problem. All right. I'm not going to take your time. I'll be speaking shortly, but yeah, I'm not going to take your time. It means that, I'll be speaking very shortly, but very interestingly, in a very interesting way, effectively, in a very effective way, and persuasively. It means that these things are very important, and I'll try to make you feel that these things, I mean that it isn't only theory. These things really work, and I'll give you some facts from my own life experience. Yeah, it isn't just words. So it's much more. It's a very good method, not just one method, but very good and effective methods, yeah, to the best of my abilities. So I'll try to actually to explain it really well to the best of my abilities, I'll try to do it, okay? Thank you. Let's start with the first secret. So start with simple grammar. You don't need lots of grammar, but just the basics of it. The basics of it means the most important grammar. You know what often happens in reality or in our life, okay? So what happens? That students often memorize phrases, yeah? So they learn some phrases, and they have a feeling that they can speak in any situation, but they fail. It means that they have big problems. They can't do it, so they can't be successful, yeah, in it. And they become over-dependent on these poor vocabulary and phrases. So over-dependent means they depend too much. Just phrases, okay, how are you, how's life? And just these phrases, they can't make up English phrases by themselves. And it's a big problem. And you see, it's a big problem. They know what to say and answer in very simple situations, but the saddest thing is that, it means that's the worst thing, so this thing is very, very bad. It's very sad that they are unable, so they can't. Unable means they can't, unable to make up English sentences by themselves, okay? So they need to remember these phrases. So if they remember, they can speak. If they don't remember, they can't speak. But it's very bad, you understand. So if you don't have this skill, yes, and it's a skill when you can do it, your progress will be very slow. You can't learn all English sentences for all situations. You can't do it. It's virtually impossible. So in fact, it's impossible. It's virtually impossible. Okay, good. I see what you mean. My knowledge of grammar isn't so good and isn't so bad at the same time, but I always have a fear, means I'm afraid, I have a fear, I am afraid that I'll say something incorrectly. Incorrectly means something wrongly. I'll make a mistake. If it happens, it's bad. You need to be sure about your speech. Yeah, you need to be sure that your English is good, is right, is correct. If you're unsure just sometimes, it's okay. Yeah, if you're unsure just sometimes, it's okay. Yeah, but if it's every time, so yeah, you know that it's difficult to be sure about all things, and if it's just sometimes you're not sure, it's okay. Yeah, but if you're unsure about all your sentences, it's really bad. Okay, every time you need to, okay, you need to do what? You need to start working on it immediately. Immediately means right now. So do something to change this situation. Do something about that. Okay, I'll try to do it. What else? You also need to learn English words effectively. Effectively, really learn English words effectively. You know, I often observe this situation, or I often see this situation. I meet this situation in my life. Really, I often observe this situation. What is this situation? Please listen. Some students are given a text for translation, so they need to translate this text. They spend 2 hours on translating it, and they are absolutely sure, so they are really sure that they did a great job, while, so at the same time, or while, or when they don't understand one small thing. So they can do it, yeah, they can do it, yeah, they can translate everything, they can study, I think they study very hard, but they don't understand one small thing. What is it? It's almost a useless thing. A useless means that this thing isn't good, this method doesn't work, so it isn't a good idea. So we don't see any use, any good result. It's almost a complete waste of time. So yeah, most of these words are unnecessary, so we don't need these words. Okay, I'll put it another way. So good phrase. So I'll put it another way, or I'll say it another way. Okay, so unnecessary, or unpopular, uncommon. So these words are very rarely met. It means that, yeah, these words aren't popular, aren't common, and we meet them only sometimes, maybe one time in our life, and this one time is only now, yeah? And they are students, and they don't understand that they'll never meet some of these words in their life. Yes, it's a real pity, it's a terrible thing, okay? You know, I hear it for the first time. I read different texts and I take everything for granted. Okay, so you see, I take everything for granted. It means that so some English teachers, yeah, they can give me a text and I read, I translate, and so I just do what they actually want from me, and so I don't try to understand it's good or bad. Okay, so don't do it. Yeah, so I mean, don't translate these very boring and unnecessary texts. You need to choose the most effective materials, but not useless, which slow down your progress greatly. So they slow down your progress, so you learn very slowly because of these useless textbooks, texts, videos. Okay. Okay, I hope that you understand my idea. So, okay, what's next? You need to read lots of simple texts for a start. Only this way. If you read only difficult texts, it will easily lead to confusion and misunderstanding, yeah? Only confusion and misunderstanding. So confusion means that, okay, you will not understand many things, so it will be very difficult for you, and misunderstanding it's almost the same, yeah? So start with simple things for a start and see your progress. 4. Listen to it too. So yeah, you read and listen. Listen to it too. Read and listen. Personally, I don't understand students who only read. So I can say personally, or as for me, if you want to know my opinion or if you want to hear what I think about all this, I don't understand students who only read. This method is associated with the previous generation. Okay, so associated. It means that actually when I see this situation, okay, I remember maybe the time which was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when we had only books for reading. Yes, it's the previous generation, so not this time, not modern time, it's 20, 30 years ago. Okay, so it isn't so good. So read and listen, read and listen. Can you clarify this point? So can you clarify or can you make clear? Can you make clear this point or this idea? So can you explain it? Can you explain it? Okay, you have one text. You can read it quickly and feel satisfied or feel happy. It's one way. So yeah, you can read it quickly and you feel satisfied. It's one way. Maybe you don't understand some words, but okay, you feel, okay, I read this text, it's so good. However, there is another way. There is another way. You read and listen. It's like what we are doing now. You read, yeah, you read with your eyes and you listen with your ears. You hear how to pronounce everything correctly. So pronunciation is very important, really, it's so important. Yeah, so if you read, it's good, but it's slow. Both your eyes. So when you read and listen, both your eyes and your ears work. It means that your eyes and your ears work at the same time. You also translate unknown words, because you know this text is effective and 99% of these words are important, yeah? So you also translate words which you don't know, unknown words, and you read effective texts. So the problem is that we just talked about it, that students choose or have a text which is full of difficult words which will never need in their life, and it's terrible. The situation is terrible. But you need to read effective texts. So effective text, so with good words, with popular words, mostly popular words. All these words are important, so it's a very important thing. Okay, I mostly read. No and no. That's why your progress is so slow. That's why your progress is so slow. So you need to listen, not only read. It's, in the previous generation. You are a great teacher. Thank you so much. We need to go ahead. We need to go ahead. So listen to what you've already listened when you do other things. Okay? So it's a very important thing, yeah? It's a very important thing. Listen to what you've already listened. Yeah? It's a very good training. But listen to other texts, yes, listen to other texts, conversations, videos, or when you are busy with something else. When you're busy with something else, just listen, listen, and listen. And so I will explain it. I will explain it to you. Look, as I see, you learn English 1 hour a day. 1 hour, 1 hour a day. In fact, so in reality we see you can sit in front of your computer or a book for this time, for 1 hour, maybe 2 hours, but not more. But learning is another thing. Learning isn't sitting in front of the computer. Learning isn't learning only with a book. No, no, no. Learning is another thing. It's a different thing, and you should know it, okay? For example, you can walk in the park and listen. Yeah? You can go somewhere, or somewhere means to some place, and listen. So listen, listen, and listen. So some students say, okay, it's easier. Okay, so maybe it's easy, but why don't you do it? So you don't do it and you don't have progress. So you know that all genius things are simple and easy, but we put all these genius things together in this video. Okay, so all genius things are simple, but if it's easy, why don't you do it really? I don't understand. So listen, listen, and listen, have progress. Okay, so you need to, and you won't have this problem any longer. You won't have this problem. Okay, the next thing is that you need to learn systematically. So what is it? And I'll give you a real example. So what I mean is that you need to focus on grammar, listening, and reading. So not only on grammar, not only on listening, not only on reading. So you need to focus on all these things. And don't miss your lessons. So learn English every day. Learn English every day, okay? So, and I'll give you an example from my life, okay? So when I was learning English very effectively or very hard, I had my own rule. So rule, it means that I had one thing and I always followed it. So it's the following. Yeah, so what I did, yeah, just in present simple, I study with this grammar book. So I studied, yeah, I study with this grammar book, and I do minimum 1 unit a day. So yeah, so the book can contain 100 maybe units, or maybe there are 100 units in one book, and you think, oh, it's a lot, you know, 100 units. When will I have free time to study all these units, to learn all these things? And okay, no, I'll start it later. No, so I did it, you know, 1-2 units every day. So and I studied that book in 30 days. So step by step. And you see, next I read 2 or 3 chapters a day. Or chapters, it can be a book or some text or some conversations, but something which you do regularly. And then, very important thing, some students just read. No, don't just read, you also listen. You also listen to them, okay? Important, very important thing. Well, okay, so when I do other things, I listen to English. It's also a part of this system. So when I do other things, I listen to English. So not only learning in the classroom, no, it isn't effective. Just you need to learn when you do other things. If you do something like this every day, it will definitely bear fruit. So it will definitely, or certainly, or of course, so I'm sure it will bear fruit. So bear fruit, it means that you'll have a good result. You'll have a good result, you'll have progress, more and more progress, and you'll be happy and happier, so you will be feeling more and more optimistic. Okay, good. I'll try to do the same. It means that, okay, I'll try to do it. I need to have a plan. Right. I guess you use lots of resources at the same time and not systematically. You really guessed it. Yeah, so really it's a very common problem. So you just want maybe to know some information about present simple and you start looking for it online. So, and you actually find one website and you go to the next, and so it can take very long and without a good result. So it's very, very bad. So, okay. And so choose the most important resources for you. And study, yeah, choose the most important resources for you. So you can't study with 100 websites, no. Okay, very good. What's left? Do more exercises, very important thing, do more exercises. Don't think that you can learn English without them. You are likely to forget everything very fast without them. So likely to forget. it means that I really think that you'll forget, likely to forget. So I really think that you'll forget everything very fast without them. So if you, if you just read maybe about grammar, but if you don't do exercises, it's very difficult, really difficult. And exercises not only for writing, but for speaking too. Next, find a speaking partner. Yeah, it's important, very important. Yeah, so this process of learning English should be, not boring, but interesting and exciting. So have fun, and overcome the language barrier. So overcome, the language barrier. Maybe you're afraid of speaking. Yes, it's difficult for you to speak. I understand it can be. So, just practice. So English is not only reading, not only grammar, not only listening, it's speaking too, And you don't need to pay for your lessons, yeah? So, some students think that, I need to find a teacher and I can make good progress only with a teacher. No, why? Why do you think so? Why do you think so? Actually, I can tell that from my own life experience, I can tell that I've never taken any private lessons. I have never taken any private lessons, so simply because I didn't have money for it. See, and so it's okay, no problem. Yeah, if you have money, yes, it's good, but if you don't have money, it's okay too. You don't need to pay for these lessons, so good, I need more tips. No problem, welcome. So when your level gets higher, upper intermediate, so when your level is upper intermediate, listen to native speakers. Listen to native speakers more and more. Not just adapted books, stories or conversation, just real English speech. So listen to different sources, to different things. Listen to the radio, TV, podcasts, videos, and so on. Good. So the last two secrets are in the end. Yeah, they are in the end, but don't think they are unimportant. Don't think they're they aren't important at all. So number 9, actually, maybe I need to put it in the first place, but not in the 9th place, in the first place. So you need to have motivation or an aim to learn fast. If you have it, you'll find time. Yeah, please think about it. So the problem is that we often say, I have no time, or I don't have time, not now, later, tomorrow. Yes, it's because you have maybe motivation, but it isn't strong enough, yeah? You have an aim, but maybe it isn't clear enough, maybe it isn't a big aim and you don't need it. So please think about it. So you need to have motivation or an aim. Yeah, and the last thing, very important thing, my friends, not just my friend, my friends, watch this channel, English Professionally. Yeah, the channel is very important and which is growing, with your help and support. Yeah, thanks for your help, thanks for support. And it's the mission of this channel to help you learn English effectively and fast. So not only boring grammar, but effective, good grammar. So lessons on speaking and lessons on how to learn English effectively and fast. It's very important to understand it. My friends, I'm so happy that I've recorded this information for you, and really I want to thank you for your support, and not only for support, for comments, any comments, positive, negative. So if it's criticism, it's okay too. Just I want to improve. I want actually to be a better teacher, coach. And thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for everything, my friends. And I'm really lucky that you're watching this video. And I'm also thinking, at present, that I'm very lucky. Thinking about this idea about one thing, that I'm very lucky that I have this opportunity and I have students like you, and you are the best. So you watched this video till the end, and just I wish you actually to start following these tips, and I wish you good progress, and I hope that you learn English much faster. Thank you very much, my friends. See you. Bye. This result isn't perfect, but it isn't terrible. Okay, so, really? Yeah, but let me finish. Let me finish. So I want to finish. Let me finish. Meanwhile, anyway, or I want to tell you, meanwhile, it could have been much faster too. So could have been means that it's about the past. It could have been much faster. So really, it took too long, so too much time. So yeah, actually, we need to do it faster. Okay, what do you mean? I mean that we can achieve this result in a couple of months. Couple means two, in 2 months, or even less, if we use the right technique. Hi my friends, welcome to the channel English Professionally. Thanks a lot for your support, thanks for your likes, shares and comments. And I'm so happy that I'm recording this video for you. It's really so important, yeah, and I believe that everyone should watch this video, okay? So really, 10 secrets how to learn English fast. Yeah, really, we need to learn English fast. Okay, so I'm so tired and I don't see the way out. So I don't see the way out means I don't know what to do. What's the problem? I have been learning English for 2 years and to tell you the truth, it means that that's true, it's really so. I feel my progress is really slow. I hate it. I really hate it, and I have no idea what's going wrong. So I really hate it. So just imagine it, okay? So I have been learning English means that for 2 years means that I started learning English 2 years ago. Yeah, it's in the past, and I'm still doing it, and I don't have progress. Okay, not good. Okay, if I were you, I would also start feeling nervous. If I were you, yes, it's unreal. And then we have would plus verb. I would also start feeling nervous. By the way, so anyway, so I want to know this thing. What's your level? I think it's about pre-intermediate. Okay? Pre-intermediate. Or we also name it as method, okay? So you understand that. So if you know this right method technique, you can have this result in a couple of months or in 2 months. What is this technique? There are 10 secrets. Follow them and you'll be a fast English learner. Enjoy learning English. Yeah, we say enjoy learning English. Your level will be advanced soon. So advanced, it's the highest level in English. So beginner, yeah, it's very low level, and then there are other levels, and advanced is very, very high level. It's impossible to believe it. Why don't you believe? Okay, how regularly do you study English? Well, I try to learn English every day, minimum 1 hour. So minimum 1 hour. So you want to say that you've reached just pre-intermediate level after learning for 2 years and every day for 1 hour? Right. If you were an absolute beginner, so a beginner who knows absolutely nothing, yeah, about English, it isn't as terrible as you might think. So terrible, it means not bad. It isn't as terrible as you might think. It means that it isn't so bad. So maybe you think that it's really terrible, but in fact it isn't. So if you were an absolute beginner, so maybe